The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
Hard to say, Adam. What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, everyone. We are recording a little early today, so that's nice.
I mean, the average listener is definitely going to be keyed in on the time of day. There's light coming out of your window.
I don't care what the average lister is doing, Jack.
You can see light, and there's, you have a pep in your pep. You're not as tired and lethargic as you usually are. And, you're not in the middle of watching any of your sport balls that you often do while we're trying to talk. And
there is sport ball on in like the next hour, though.
The baseball? Like no one
There's some baseball
that we don't care about?
I don't know where you want to start because I had literally the weekend from hell, so I don't know which way you want to start with me to just bury me this weekend. But
my weekend was marginally better, but I also had sadness. But let's bring everyone down. But people don't
care about your sadness; they care about my sadness because they like see me more sad than you.
Okay. Do you want?
You pick it. I don't care. Whichever one you want to pick.
Okay.
Go.
Let's talk about why college football is making you sad.
So college football. Pretty frustrating night. FSU loses to Miami 28-22. Started out great. First drive, we drove the ball down the field. Very questionable missed pass interference call on the first drive. I mean, I could show you the screenshot and you'd be like, yes, it's pass interference. They blatantly missed it. FSU kicks a field goal. 3-0. I'm thinking, all right, good start. And then wheels came off. Miami scores a touchdown. I don't know if it's that drive or the next drive, goes 7-3. And where the game kind of rolled, went off the rails was FSU has 4th and 8 on Miami's 40. So you're going to think, oh, you don't want to be a wuss and punt the ball. However, FSU decides, instead of just checking it down to the running back when you slow it down, who's wide open and probably gets the 8 yards necessary, our quarterback, Tommy Castellanos, decides to go for all of it and throws an interception, and then Miami scores on the next play. It's 14-3, and, it gets worse from there. FSU, to their credit, did fight back in the fourth quarter. You're going to say, oh, that's garbage time. I don't care. You still outscored them 19-0. I don't think an entire quarter is garbage time. You might think it is. I don't think so. Just because it's 28-3. So you're telling me that Miami doesn't want to beat the shit out of their rival? I don't agree with that. You might. They wanted to beat the shit out of us, yes or no?
They did.
Right. So they came back. What the game showed is what I've said for the many years that I've known you about Mike Norvell is that he's a bad high school recruiter. And as much as and we can agree, Mario Cristobal is not a good in-game coach. He's just not. But you know what the guy can do? He can recruit the offensive and defensive lines really well in high school. Mike Norvell can't. And that was evident in the game on Saturday. We just don't know how to recruit the lines, and that is on the head coach. They've gotten a little better in terms of like the recruiting class this past year was better. But the fact of the matter is, you're not going to win in today's college football if you can't recruit high school. Like, you can hit the portal to, like, supplement yourself. But if you're not, like, Florida State, and this is going to be, maybe it's a hot take, Florida State should be recruiting on the level of a Georgia and Ohio State and Alabama and Miami. They should be. You can say I'm wrong. I don't think I am. When you're in the state of Florida, you should be recruiting at a top 10 to 12 level every single year. You should be. There's too much talent in that state, and even in the state of Georgia, there's too much talent. Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So to me, that is an indictment on the head coach. You had a chance. In 2022, you went 10-3, and then you went undefeated the following year. How do you not reap the benefits of that? They didn't. And that is costing them. And I've watched enough FSU podcasts for them to they say the same shit, which is they've whiffed on a lot of top targets on the lines. And it showed in the game against Miami. Miami just had bigger, more physical dudes on the lines, and that beat the shit out of FSU. It was a bad loss. Amazingly, they're still in the top 25. I agree with that. Because, and I love, by the way, that now you have the people, you know what they're doing. Oh, well, if FSU played Alabama now, we already know what the score is. I don't, stop. Cut the guess what? If Florida State plays Virginia now, they probably beat them.
Well,
no?
And sports don't work that way.
So that's what I'm saying. FSU didn't just beat Alabama, they dominated Alabama. Yes or no?
They did.
So stop being like, whoa, this is a different Alabama. Awesome. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So again, it's tough because like they are better than last year, obviously, but like losing to Miami is not going to help in recruiting. And Virginia actually showed they're a reasonable team. By the way, a 4-leaf clover is so far up. They've won 2 games now in overtime.
Yeah.
That's a 4-leaf clover up your ass. So anyway, that was very frustrating on Saturday.
Can I talk about my frustrating Saturday?
I hate. Nobody wants to hear you, but go.
That's taking turns. That's how life works.
No, nobody wants to hear you talk, but
go. Maryland, high hopes, and my expectation was Maryland's going to shit its pants and have a terrible game and be blown out. I mean, I wasn't hoping for that, but that's what I figured the negative result would be. And sitting there at the end of the third quarter, being up 20-0 basically, or 20-3, felt pretty good that Maryland would close it out. And there were a variety of, I'll say mishaps, but Maryland blew it without really having a defining shit your pants, but bad things happened, which I will list now, and then you will not yell at me. The targeting call on Stewart, which took out our best defensive lineman for the second half of the game, was suboptimal. That kind of messed up the whole pass rush. There was a bad snap that Washington had like in the 10-yard line that could have been a safety or a fumble touchdown, which he got back and then I think completed a pass with. And then there was a running into the punter that we had that could have been a roughing the kicker, which could have given us a first down and then iced the game. Instead, it was a running into the kicker. We punt the ball back and then lose. So it sucks. But Maryland,
let me just say something.
I was hopeful that Maryland looked like other than blowing the game, Maryland looked like it could play football, and that was fine.
Here's the thing, but this is the thing with Maryland, and you agree that Maryland does this every year, though.
It's different, though. This is different. It's not Maryland does this every year. Okay. What I'm saying is it's not that the Maryland does this every year where we get blown out by Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon. This was Maryland had a competitive game where we had a 97% chance of winning, there wasn't like a. Malik Washington looked fine. He wasn't good, but he didn't look like he was. It wasn't like past games I've seen where Maryland just shows up and throws 3 pick sixes and doesn't belong. What
I'm saying is, this is. Hold on, give me one second. Sorry about that. Okay, this is now Loxley's what year?
I don't know, 7th. I don't know. Who knows?
Don't you think you have to stop doing like sooner or later you have to punch through?
Sure. And you know what, though?
That's all I'm saying. Jack, I'm not saying that Maryland hasn't improved and you don't have guys like that. Zaire Mathis kid is a fucking stud. The Stewart kid is a stud. Malik Washington's a stud. You've got some very good players on your team. And they're gonna I guarantee you they're gonna be in a bidding war to have to keep all 3 of them.
Sure.
Maybe Washington stays because he seems to love Maryland. I don't know. The Mathis kid could easily bowl. What I'm saying is sooner or later you have to punch through. Like Washington is a team on your level or a little bit higher than you. Mm-hmm. You had to win that game to show that you were a real semi-contender in the Big Ten.
Well, I don't.
And guess what, buddy? It doesn't get. You would agree. Doesn't get easier this week.
Well, I think if you beat Nebraska, it's all better.
Okay, but you would agree Nebraska's not going to be a walkover.
Well, and as we know, Washington wasn't a walkover. I think if Maryland,
I agree,
Maryland plays like they showed they could.
They gave you a nice setup. Also, giving you back-to-back home games. Pretty nice. Now, I guess FSU got the same thing. So, but I'm saying that is nice that 2 of your harder games, maybe 2 of your harder games, both back to back at home. That's nice.
Yeah.
They did. I'm just saying, like this is a nut crunching time game for you this weekend.
Sure. They've got.
Like if you lose this game to Nebraska, would you say it's same old Maryland?
No.
You're gonna say no because you always kiss Maryland.
What I'm saying is just because if we were to lose or not. What I'm saying is if Maryland looks cromulent and still loses, that's progressive improvement. I would like to win, but Nebraska is a must win, just to put it that way. It's okay, but you agree that Nebraska should be favored. They are favored.
They are the better team than you right now, but not by much. They're better, but it is at home. Mm-hmm. So you have a legitimate shot to win the game.
Look, look, as you like to say over and over and over again, is you just need a chip in a chair. And Maryland had a chip in a chair against Washington, and we almost pulled it off. Again, there could have been any series of plays could have gone slightly differently.
FSU had the same boat against Miami. We had a couple plays that went against us too. I understand what you're saying. Like,
anything could have gone differently, and you know what? It didn't, and that's football, right? Like sometimes it doesn't work out. But I think what's heartening is that Maryland wasn't embarrassed, other than the embarrassment of blowing the game,
But you sooner or later have to. But you also have to break through occasionally.
Look, Loxley's got to win, but the reality is.
But my point is, what does? Okay, can I ask? I'm not even trying to troll you. What is Loxley's biggest win at Maryland? I'm not even trying to troll.
USC last year, maybe.
What? And that's the problem. Because was USC like? I'm saying he doesn't have like a signature win at Maryland. Yes or no?
That's not how Maryland works.
See, you can't. Okay,
I don't. As I always say, Maryland is different than Florida State. And what I want is
that still should excuse blowing a 20-3 lead at home.
It doesn't. I'm not saying that's a thing that I would
like
to have happen.
Why does Loxley get a pass? It seems like you're going to give Loxley a pass.
I'm not. He doesn't get a pass. He's got to win one
you
of his
games.
games.
You want to keep Loxley there for 20 years?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Wow. Okay.
Why not have him let's have him for 50 years.
All right, fine. He'll die on the field.
I want a statue of him. What I'm saying is that it's Maryland football is different. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And so what I think is a key takeaway is that it felt really bad to lose. And it hurt. It's one of those games like you've been there. It's like hurts your chest when you're leaving the stadium. And the my big complaint here was that it still took me an hour to get out of the parking lot.
Okay.
And so, but as time grew, I developed perspective, and my perspective is that I lived through much worse. But I see hope in an 18-year-old quarterback who's got a cannon and sometimes moves. We have no receivers, and that'll have to improve. Yes, you're calling a 30-second timeout.
Before the year, you were sucking the proverbial dick of Jaleel Farouk. So stop with this shit.
Jaleel Farouk had a dime dropped in his hands.
But you did this to me. You did this to me where you told me how good the receiving. I didn't
tell you how good the receiving core was. I said they could be good.
And now you're okay.
But big picture, this is not like okay. So most of my existence, we've had fringe NFL talent to first round NFL talent at receiver, and this is one of the years we don't. We have an above average tight end who isn't targeted enough, but after that, it's a lot of just dudes who are trying their best, and it's not their fault that they're not at NFL third round draft pick level. I'm hoping that in this next cycle of recruits, Malik Washington brings his friends in, plus some transfers who are maybe that next level.
Listen. Right side, you could be Penn State right now.
I would much rather be Maryland than Penn State because Penn State is stuck with Franklin, who loses the big games in this one. What's that?
They can cut it. They can get rid of him.
I just amazing to me.
Not amazing to me. Like James Franklin is James Franklin. If James Franklin were somehow like laid off from Penn State, you're telling me
we have another job in a minute,
and you're telling me Maryland wouldn't inquire.
He would not come back to Maryland.
Really? He wouldn't? Okay, interesting.
There's zero chance he'd come to Maryland.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me play a game with you. If he said I would come back to Maryland, would you take him? Answer the question. Would you take him? Wow.
I would.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, I was on board. I think he was done dirty, as they say.
Of course he was. So why do you think he may not come back?
Actually, all the people who disrespected him are gone. So I would argue.
Yeah.
I would argue that
Listen. I don't know if he's going to get fired. I don't think
Loxley's getting
because
fired.
The guy he does usually outside of last week, which is just mind-boggling, wins the games he's supposed to win. He just doesn't beat the teams that are better than him.
Yeah, no, he has a remarkable. I think Maryland would be a good destination for him.
But he's not. Listen, I think he would probably aim higher. But I'm just saying, like,
would you? I mean,
point is, college football sucks for both of us.
There's always next week. So
should we go to the NFL, which is even more fun for me?
This is where I had a positive minus fantasy points, but you can tell me.
Fuck you with fantasy. We're not talking fantasy.
I told you that one punt return that was taken away. That's me winning or losing. That was the 5 points I needed. There's 6 fights. Needed 6 points. Anyway, tell me about.
Do I get the rant about the Dolphins or no?
Tell me about your Miami football Dolphins.
So when I didn't think it could get, and when I didn't think my fandom could get any lower, the Miami Dolphins said, "Hold my beer," because this past weekend, playing against a Carolina team who they are more talented than. I don't like Panthers fans can say whatever they want. Miami has more talent. You would agree.
Mm-hmm.
They build a 17-0 lead on the road. So you're thinking, fine. Darren Waller's getting involved. Like, awesome. What happens? They blow a 17-0 lead and lose the game 27-24. Darren Waller, I believe, in the first half had 5 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. The second half, I do not believe he was targeted once. As a team, they ran for a grand total of, ready, 19 yards. Meanwhile, Rico Dowdle had 206 yards rushing. I have a stat for you. Ready? Miami Dolphins drafted 2 guys in the first 2 rounds this past year. One was named Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan. The other was named Jonah. His last name is Samoan. I cannot pronounce it, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it. PFF, which is not the gospel of everything. For anyone that doesn't know what that is, that's Pro Football Focus. I don't know how they do their grading system. I'm sure Jack knows because whatever. They have graded the players through the first 5 weeks of the year. Jack, do you know that Kenneth Grant is the lowest rated defensive tackle in the entire NFL, or maybe as rookies? And Jonah is the lowest rated guard in the NFL. Jonah played left guard. So Jonah at Arizona played multiple positions.
Okay.
You know what position he didn't play at Arizona, Jack? Left guard. So what does Miami do? Let's throw him at left guard. Jack, I'm done. I am done with this team. I truly am finished with them. Stephen Ross can go fuck himself. This guy, I'm tired of everyone being like, oh, well, if you don't show up to the games, he'll lose. If you're an NFL owner, you make money just waking up each day.
Yep.
In
fact, you make more money not chasing a winner.
So that's my point. He's going to continue to make money regardless. I have seen some stuff on social media which is saying, like, his patience is wearing thin with Mike McDaniel, but the GM might survive. What the fuck does that do, Jack? I don't want Chris Greer. Chris Greer should not be allowed to help with the next iteration of the Miami Dolphins. True or false?
True.
Thank you. He's the moron that drafted all of these guys. He's the guy. You know how much we're spending on our cornerback room? You know how much money they're spending collectively on the cornerback room? $5 million total. So do you wonder why we're getting burned every game, Jack?
Because you guys don't have the players.
They are the most piss poorly managed team in the NFL. Maybe outside the Jets. Okay, maybe outside the Jets.
Yeah.
The point of the matter is this team has spent a ton of money and draft picks on the defensive line, and they can't stop anybody. They can't stop a soul. They have a running back in Devon Achane, who you would say is one of the more electrifying players in the NFL, yes or no?
He's a talented player for sure.
He had 10 carries for 16 yards against the Carolina Panthers. Is that acceptable? Answer the question. Is that acceptable?
No, especially when you're missing your Tyreek Hill. Like, you need to give the ball to playmakers.
If Darren Waller had 5 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown for your team, you think he'd probably try to get him the ball in the second half, right, Jack?
Feed him.
You know what Mike McDaniel said why he didn't? He didn't want to get too predictable. That was his reason for not targeting.
You know, my dad always says about stuff like that is you don't want to stop yourself. Make them stop you, right?
Mike McDaniel is an incompetent moron. He is done. He is so in over his head as a head coach. It is remarkable. Now, is he the only problem? No, as I stated, the general manager who built this shitbag roster is the person who should be fired. The fact that Stephen Ross did not make one move after the game on Sunday just shows me this guy does not give a fuck about the team. He does not give a fuck. I am tired of this. I am tired of being like, oh, this will be the year the Dolphins change it. This will be the year the Dolphins get better. They're never going to get better. As long as Stephen Ross is the owner, as long as Chris Greer is for some godforsaken reason in charge of this fucking team, they will never win games and be an actual contender in the AFC. Or, for that matter, they'll be lucky to win more than 9 games a year. I know that they have won more than 9 games a year with Mike McDaniel, but they didn't win a playoff game. Chris Greer has been the general manager, I believe, for 9 years. 9 fucking years. He has 0 playoff wins, Jack. 0. You know what I mean? Do you know how many division titles they've won in those 9 years that he's been the GM? That would be 0. And yet he still is in charge. And you want me to support this team?
I don't want to support them. I told you to quit on the Dolphins.
So I love that the Tua haters that are just like, oh, it's all Tua's fault. Tua went 20s. Now, Grant, did he miss a couple passes? Yes, he did.
I told you he was fine.
Tua was fine. Now, is he perfect? No. Do I think he's got some warts? Absolutely. My point is this. Stephen Ross is a terrorist with this team. He has ruined this team, and I hate it. I hate this team. I despise them. I'm not going to sit here rooting for them to lose games because that's just not fun either. And people who do that are losers, unless there's a reason, like we did. Hear me out. Like we did for the Wizards when it's tied to a draft pick.
Okay.
Then you do root for losses. Okay. There's no draft. There's no like, oh well, the Dolphins like finish top 3. It's protected. Like it doesn't. But I'm not going to sit. It's not going to matter.
Yeah. They're also not drafting
like,
anyone who's in
like,
that.
Look, do I want them to win now? Do I want them to go 8-9? Not really. That would be the worst thing for them. Yes, that would be the worst.
Is that because you expect that would bring back most of the pieces? But like a solid 5-12 finish would create some change for you.
5-12. Dudes are gone. Yes.
Okay, that's what you want.
I mean, I know. But okay, I want you to tell me, am I wrong for thinking that way?
No.
If you're in my shoes, no. Be in my shoes and tell me that I'm wrong for thinking that way. Let me ask something. Hold on. When you had Bruce Allen, did you enjoy having Bruce Allen on the Commanders?
I mean, I had 25 years of disaster.
Okay. Answer my question. Okay, we can't get rid of Stephen Ross.
Washington's hard because you can't. In the olden days, you couldn't really get rid of the owner minus his
then
scandals,
let me ask you this.
Yes.
Then
I'm with you. Generally speaking, having a competent general manager and head coach, it feels better as a Commanders fan that I can support my team.
When Ernie Grunfeld was the general manager of the Wizards, how much did you enjoy watching that team, Jack?
I mean, we would hate watch them every day. I don't know why we do that to ourselves. Why do we do that?
So do you understand, listeners and Jack, why I am as heated as I am about this team?
Why do we do that? Why do we hate watch?
I don't know. It's a great question. I say to people all the time, I wish I was one of these people who on Sundays just like went to the farmer's market and just did not care about sports.
It's like one of the things that I find is interesting is I like when my teams are good, and I like when,
of course everyone does,
and I'm okay when my teams are bad. But when they're in that middle and knowing like they should be better, it is frustrating because you watch with some sort of expectation and hope, and they always fail.
But Miami is in that like low that level of shit. But the fact that like nobody's being held accountable for it is the part I have a problem with.
Yeah.
You want to suck. But the fact that the general manager and coach are still just like skating by, like no, that's not. I'm sorry if I don't like that, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. Go ahead and suck off Jaden Daniels for the next 5-10 minutes. Go ahead.
No, so watching.
Oh, also the Chargers suck.
The Chargers blew the game. So the big turning point. There were 2 turning points in the game. One was the fumble on the reception, and then that kind of stopped the scoring. But the Chargers had a roughing the kicker punt when Washington was punting basically out of its own end zone that was returned for a touchdown. Washington was losing by 10 or more at that point. And then it looked like McConkey ran in for a touchdown. It would have been like a 3-score lead for the Chargers, and that was called back. And the Chargers never scored again. And then then Jaden Daniels had flick of a wrist 50-yard pass to McCaffrey. He had that fourth down icing touchdown to Debo, and then it's like.
Can I just say one thing though?
Sure.
Can we stop with just putting Bill Krosky Merritt in the Hall of Fame? I know he had a good game, but
here's the thing.
You do agree
I'm
with
with you.
saying.
So I mean, here's the thing about running backs. I think.
I mean,
again, this is just my opinion.
Go ahead.
The running back position, and in particular players, every week there's some running back who comes out of nowhere who has a really good game, who does a really good job, and then they kind of disappear again. Not saying
you mean Rico Dowdle?
Right. Rico Dowdle's not going to sniff 200 yards for the rest of his career, perhaps.
I'm not saying that Bill Krosky Merritt isn't good, but I also feel like these same Commanders fans, and you know who I'm talking about.
They were all saying how Brian Robinson was the future,
No.
and it's everyone was loving Alfred Morris. Well, Alfred Morris, but got the benefit. But all these running backs, one, do you get the benefit of a running quarterback who pulls the defense away? And
I know you think that I'm just a hater, which I'm not. I guess I kind of am because of certain people. I'm saying the kid does look like he's got a little pop to him. But let's stop with he's going to be the next top 5 running back in the NFL because he ran for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Chargers. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Again, he played a very good game. What that does to me also, the part that makes no sense to me is he looked so good this game. Why was he not playing then in the first 4 games?
Yeah.
Anything? Was he hurt?
I think it was just one of those classic, the first couple games it related to just, the way,
Jack,
classic running back by committee.
But Jack, I don't care I don't care that he wasn't caught up to speed on stuff. When the other guys ahead of you are Chris Rodriguez and Jeremy McNichols.
Yeah.
Oh, Eckler. I guess Eckler was there and then he blew out his Achilles.
Yeah, I mean, look,
but even so,
I think generally speaking, again, this isn't just me, but I will apply it to everyone. Running backs are often seen as generally replaceable. So this is where everyone gets the value of a 7th-round draft pick is playable. And then he's not going to be Christian McCaffrey. But what he can be...
Wait a second. Don't say that in Washington, D.C., because according to the D.C., you know what I'm talking about, Jack.
That's fine. Look, having a cromulent running back who occasionally does nice things is nice. That being said, when it's time for his opportunity to sign a new contract, I'm okay with letting him walk and finding the next Bill who
We're
shows
talking
up.
about signing to a new contract. He's had one good game, and Jack's already talking about a new contract.
No, if he continues being a respectable running back, this is why people don't overpay for running backs, because
actually, that's not true. Some teams do.
Oh, the teams do? Yeah, look at the Ravens. They did a great job. Derrick Henry's not falling off a cliff.
Okay, first off, I mean, the Ravens are a different animal. They've got more injuries than anyone. I mean, let's call it what it is.
Derrick Henry stopped being able to run 3 weeks ago.
That was our NFL, whatever. I guess we can do our picks, but the other big news before we get into our picks, Joe Flacco is now a Bengal.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he's an upgrade, I guess, over Jake Browning. I will say this. I think you'd agree with me. Why not go for Jameis?
I mean, why even stick with Browning this long? It was an embarrassment.
No,
they're just terrible.
What I'm asking you is, isn't Jameis better at this point than Joe Flacco?
Well, my question is, what do you want to do if you're the Bengals? What is your plan?
Well, they want to win. I mean, they have to try to win.
Why?
Because you know why? Because the Ravens are down.
Okay.
You still have you're 2-3. You're not out of it.
Are you going to win? Okay, I think
they can win that.
I think they think
they could, in theory, if they get competent quarterback play, yes, they could win that division with a 9-8 record.
You know who's competent and who doesn't?
Winston.
Jameis Winston is competent, but he also can score a lot of touchdowns for me in fantasy. But
if you stop bringing up fucking fantasy. I don't want to hear about
I'm just noting that he's a gunslinger. I think what they want is boring competency who's going to read the playbook and just do whatever.
Let me just say the part that I also don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Their offensive line is not great. So why would you get a statue quarterback like Joe Flacco?
I don't know.
I'm not saying Jameis is full of speed, but he can at least move
shifty.
out of the pocket.
He's shifty.
Can Joe Flacco move, Jack?
I think they're counting on his quick release.
You're not wrong. Honestly, you're not wrong. You're joking about that.
No,
you're actually not wrong.
He's got. I think what they trust in Flacco is that he's 45 years old.
He's going
to have the playbook memorized tomorrow. And
I know. He's going to be able to
and he's going to have an under 2-second release, and he's going to spread the ball out.
I'm just saying,
and hopefully
I give him credit for at least making a move, but it's I don't know. I would have gone for Jameis.
We would have gone for Jameis 2 weeks ago.
Correct.
I think that was the big mistake, is they waited too long.
Yeah.
Because they could.
I agree with you 100%.
They could have. They were not competitive the last 2 weeks.
Can we just do some quick picks? I guess I don't
even want to do picks. Fuck picks.
Why?
Because
Shut up.
I'm so far ahead of you in the pick choices that.
Shut up, Jack. Let's just do some picks.
All right, fast speed round. I don't have time.
We don't do speed rounds. It's been a 28-minute podcast. Shut up.
It's 30 minutes if you look at the big counter
behind
Jack.
me. It's not like you have anywhere to go. Just stop. We'll do some more. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to speed round.
Week 6.
We still have to make fun of your idiot president.
I don't.
Yes, we do.
All right, Thursday night, Phillies at the Giants. Phillies 7.5-point favorites. Philly came off of a loss.
You know what?
I don't love Philly. I think New York can win this thing.
So it's at New York, right?
It's at the Giants. It's at Meadowlands, yeah.
I'll take the Giants to cover. I still just I think what'll happen is I think it's gonna be an ugly game, but I think the Eagles win by 7. I think that 7.5 number is that damaging number. I would not I don't like that number.
Great.
So I'll take the Giants to cover. I don't think the Giants aren't winning outright, but I think they'll cover.
Okay, the European.
The Eagles' offense hasn't looked good. The Giants' defense is competent, and it's coming back home. So I'll take the Giants to cover.
Okay, at Hotspur Stadium, your Denver Broncos are facing the Jets, who have 0 wins. The Broncos are 7.5-point favorites. The Jets are feisty, as you like to say.
They are feisty, but I think
They just can't win.
I'm taking. I might contradict myself. I'm taking the Broncos to cover this one.
Okay.
I think the Jets have just given up. I think they don't like the Broncos defense is elite. And Garrett Wilson's going to get locked up by Patrick Surtain. You'd agree. Like, Breece Hall's not going to find a ton of running room. And, like, their defense is dog shit. So I think Bo Nix is going to have a massive game against the Jets.
Great.
And I think they cover that. I think they win that game by 13.
Okay.
At least.
I mean,
Jets are done, dude. I'm
9:30
sorry.
on
Jets
a
are done.
Sunday. I don't care.
Jets are
I also will take Denver. I don't like Denver as a team. I find them unattractive. But the Jets are feisty. I think it might be fun if I decide to turn on the NFL Network at 9:30 on Sunday.
I'll watch it. You won't. I will.
Okay. Another team who's given up and doesn't care. The Baltimore Ravens are hosting the LA Rams. The Rams are 7.5-point favorites.
So,
they're going to win by 20.
I'm just going to say this. The Ravens haven't given up. And I'm not trying to be like the biggest Ravens defender.
You are such a Ravens homer.
The guys they've lost. Come on.
Okay, and they're not getting them back.
We don't know that. They might get a couple. They might get one or two of them back.
If they don't get Lamar back, it doesn't matter.
Lamar's not. I don't think Lamar is.
Then they're not going to sniff.
I think the defense is the part that matters more.
Well, they're going to lose by 20.
Where's the game?
It's in Baltimore. The fans will be booing and walking out by the
That's
mid-third
not
quarter.
False. Yeah, I'll take the Rams. Because you're right. Because without Lamar, they are a completely different team. I'll take the Rams.
Regardless of what you said about the Terps earlier, Maryland is the best team in the state of Maryland.
Okay.
Because I'm not counting the Commanders. They're going to be in D.C. Okay.
All right.
Your favorite team, the Jags, are facing my favorite team, the Seahawks. The Jaguars are 1-point favorites coming off their big victory last night.
This game is in Seattle
It's
or
in
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, sunny Jacksonville.
So they gave him back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Everything had to break their way for them to win, including a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown, and then the fumble touchdown.
Seattle has to come across the country.
Seattle doesn't care.
Yeah. I do. I'm starting to believe in the Jags.
Mm-hmm. See, you hated Trevor Lawrence until last night.
I did hate Trevor Lawrence.
And now you've got a new Trevor Lawrence tattoo on your chest.
You know what? I'll take the Seahawks. I'll take the Seahawks to win this, though.
Jags are going to win. Jags all the way, baby. Bortles. Jags are winning.
Okay, I'll take this. I'll go against you. I'll take the Seahawks.
The dominant Carolina Panthers are facing the 3-digit Dallas Cowboys with a record of 2-2-1. Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites.
Cowboys
in Carolina.
It's in Carolina. The game's in Carolina.
Yes.
Jesus, they get back-to-back home games too. It is the Rico Dowdle revenge game.
It is. He's coming off the best game of his career. As we said, he's not going to do 200 yards again, though.
I do think that Dallas sucks defensively, just like Miami did, but they are much better coached on offense than Miami is. And I don't think Carolina's defense is going to be able to lock down George Pickens and Jake Ferguson and Javonte Williams. I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think the Panthers aren't good, is my point.
Yeah. Speaking of not good, let's jump over to the Chargers or the Dolphins. Chargers are 4.5-point favorites. This could be the game that gets
Chargers.
So when the Dolphins are 1-5, are they going to finally fire McDaniel?
No. Answer is Chargers win 152-7. Mike McDaniel gets a vote of confidence, and Chris Greer gets a 27-year extension. And Stephen Ross is doing this via, he's actually not making the decisions. It's probably like some, his assistant or something. No, they're going to get their ass kicked. Even without Omari and Hampton, I don't think it matters. They could call up somebody from the practice squad and they'll run for 150 yards. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. Why would I pick the Dolphins? Why?
Fair points. I agree with you. I think the score will be a little more traditional.
Cool.
I would say it's perhaps going to be more like 27-15. That's my
34-10.
34-10. Okay.
Yep.
I'll put Lad McConkey back in my lineup.
Great.
All right. The Cardinals, perhaps without their quarterback.
He's playing. I'm so done with you.
Well, are at the best team in football, the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are 6.5-point favorites with the best quarterback in
Colts.
the league.
I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah.
I don't think they're great. I think they're beating up on a lot of the wuss teams. Like they beat the Raiders and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But I mean, at home, I'm not impressed by the Cardinals. Like I saw something that's like, oh, their 3 losses by a combined 5 points, but like they also weren't impressive in their 2 wins. They're such a 2-3 team.
It's so frustrating. Yeah.
I don't trust. They're just such an ant team. I'll take the Colts.
Look at the battle between Kyler Murray and Daniel Jones. I'll take Daniel Jones, which is weird.
It's crazy to say that, but yeah, I get it.
How can you believe he's turned his career around? Not turning their career around. Your favorite quarterback, Geno Smith, is hosting the Tennessee Titans. Both teams with a 1-4 record. The Raiders happen to be a 4.5-point favorite. Not sure if either team's going to score 4.5 points.
So here's the thing: if the Raiders were a smart team, which they're not, wouldn't you like Geno Smith? I believe leads the NFL in interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? How about just give your number 6 pick in the draft 35 touches?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how hard that is. Right?
Yeah, not hard.
Like, stop having Geno throw the football.
True.
Like, he needs to be a game manager at this point.
Well, he was a game manager with Seattle.
But I'm just saying he should be a game manager. Anyway, I'm taking the Raiders because I just think, like, I think this is you can call me, I think this is a Genty 27 carry, 155 yard and 2 touchdown game.
Yeah.
Like, that's how they'll win the game. All right.
Okay. Cool. The 49ers are at the Bucks. The Bucks are 3-point favorites. I'm not sure who's playing quarterback for San Francisco.
I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Niners. I also know who's catching the ball for the Niners.
And I don't know who's running the ball for the Buccaneers. So there's a lot of flex, a lot of movement.
There's a lot of question marks. That's why it's hard to pick games on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday.
No.
But I will.
No, I'm just not going to pick it. We'll move on.
Kittle's not going to play. I'll take the Bucks. I'll take the Bucks, but I don't like it. But I'll take the Bucks. The Bucks just seem to find ways to win.
Yeah.
I'll take them.
Okay.
I'm impressed by San Francisco, but I'll take the Bucks.
Yeah. Okay. I think that sounds fair. The Green Bay Packers are 14-point favorites, hosting the Bengals that we mentioned earlier with Joe Flacco joining the squad.
That line is so many points.
It's a lot of points, but you know what? The Bengals are really bad. And Joe Flacco's not playing this week, right?
It's in Green Bay. What? It's 14.5, you said?
14.
14? I'm going to take the... You know what? I'm a dumbass. I'm going to take the Bengals to cover it. I don't think 14 is just too many points.
They're going to have Browning starting. Browning starting anyway, right?
What?
They're not starting Joe Flacco this week, right?
I don't know. They might. They might.
Chad Powers off the street.
I'm not saying that I think the Bengals are good. I think the Packers still win the game, but 14 is just too many points. I'm sorry. It's too many. Too many.
All right. Well, I'm sticking with Green Bay. The Chiefs are hosting Detroit, and the Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites coming off of an embarrassing loss last night. 2.5 points. So basically the home credit. I think the Lions are better than the Chiefs, so I am taking the Lions.
I'm going to... Against my better judgment, I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Okay. Well, you have bad judgment.
I don't... I mean, the Lions look really good, but I think the Chiefs... I think the Chiefs win this game. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest with you, but I think the Chiefs win this game.
Okay, you are wrong. Next is the Atlanta Falcons are hosting the Buffalo Bills. Bills coming off of their most recent embarrassing loss. The Bills are 4.5-point favorites. I don't love Atlanta, but Buffalo screws around.
Where's the game? It's in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta. It's in a dome. I don't know, whatever.
I'm going to take...
This is the first Monday night game, the early game.
I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills. Like you said, I don't like Atlanta either. But I think... I don't know. I think that was a wake-up call for the Bills. And I'll take the Bills. I don't trust... I just don't trust the Falcons.
Okay.
But I wouldn't hate to be wrong again on that one. So.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons have a really good defense and a very bad offense.
Yeah.
Or mediocre offense, I guess.
What's the next? All right, what's the next?
And then the last Monday night game, the Bears are in Washington. Washington's 4.5-point favorites. Seems like a pretty close matchup, just like last year when this was like the big turning point for both teams.
I think the Bears are good. I think their problem is they can't stop the run, so I do think this could be another Bill Krosky Merritt running.
Just
attack.
give him his trophy.
I'll take the Commanders. I don't like it. I'll take it.
Yeah, Washington has no home field advantage, so it doesn't really matter.
What?
I think Washington has no home field advantage, so it doesn't really matter. But I think Washington is slightly better at home for like sometimes. And it's going to be nip and tuck. 4.5 points sounds like the right number, and I think Washington squeaks it out. But it's going to come down. Well, it's going to come down. I think Williams will have the ball in his hands for Chicago, and this will be where something like tip drill interception ends the game. That's kind of my expectation. All right, let's wrap it up. I don't need to talk about the collapse of society.
Well, your president's an idiot.
Well, I mean, we know this. Just as a reminder, the president's an idiot. If you like him, fuck you.
Let's see, what else? Well, then what else is hockey starts tonight.
No one cares.
You care. You love the hockey. You love the hockey.
Wake me up in like February.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
So
I guess that's fine. How about baseball? Can we do a real quick baseball?
My teams aren't anywhere near the playoffs.
Yankees are done, maybe? I don't know.
That's good. I mean,
want the Yankees
every
to lose
time the Yankees
tonight,
lose the playoffs, an angel gets its wings.
I'm rooting for the Yankees tonight.
Why?
I want to see more baseball because I want to see more baseball. I don't want to see like 3 sweeps.
Why?
Because that's not fun. I want to see more baseball.
No, it's hilarious to me that the Yankees would get swept by.
No, I think the Yankees actually have the pitching match of the next 2 nights. I think they're going to win.
Okay. Cool.
Oh. All right.
No, I like when big market teams blow it. It's fun
What?
for me. I like when big teams lose.
Okay.
That's where I am in my life now.
Also, when we get off, I have to talk to you about it. I just got offered a trade, and I want to talk to you about it.
I gotta go, but we'll talk about it later. For Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitt Sports Show. Have a great night.